In early 2011, in the urban Australian town of Wangaratta, a 29-year-old bartender named Dan Saunders encountered one of the most unusual banking failures ever recorded. What followed wasn't a hack, nor a technical exploit in the traditional sense, but a perfect storm of timing, miscommunication, and outdated financial infrastructure. The discovery began late one night when Saunders attempted a standard transfer at a National Australia Bank ATM. The transaction appeared to fail, but moments later, the machine still credited his account with the transferred amount. His balance increased, despite the system telling him it had not processed the request. Curious, he tried again. The result was the same. Unknowingly, Saunders had stumbled into a vulnerable window during the ATM network's overnight processing cycle. Between 1 a.m. and roughly 3 a.m., the machine operated in a semi-offline state, authorizing transactions locally, but failing to immediately synchronize with the bank's central servers. This meant that transfers from a credit account to a savings account could appear successfully completed, even though the main banking system never recorded them. Withdrawals made during this window also bypassed the usual balance checks. In simple terms, the ATM believed the money existed. The bank servers did not. Over the next 4.5 months, Saunders repeated these offline transfers, withdrawing the funds as cash before the bank's daily reconciliation could correct them. In total, he accessed and spent approximately 1.6 million Australian dollars. He used the money for luxury travel, private charters, high-end dining, and in several cases to cover expenses for friends and acquaintances. But the system eventually caught up. Bank auditors noticed discrepancies: physical cash drawn from ATMs that had no corresponding electronic record. An internal investigation identified the anomalies, and the vulnerability was quietly patched. Unlike many high-profile financial crimes, Saunders was not arrested in a police raid and did not attempt to flee. Haunted by the scale of what he had done, he turned himself in. In court, he faced charges related to fraud and obtaining financial advantage by deception. He was sentenced to a 12-month term, part of which he served behind bars, followed by a community corrections order. Today, the case of Dan Saunders stands as a striking reminder that financial systems are not infallible. Even major institutions, armed with modern software and strict compliance protocols, can contain critical blind spots. And in this instance, one of those blind spots allowed an ordinary bartender to live as a millionaire, not through hacking, but through a gap in the heartbeat of the banking system itself.